Going to be up for a big one, and as we can see, the champion starting 5. Tony's Cleveland, money-making Mitch McCarron, Sunday Dutch, Robert Franks, and Kai Sotto.
And I like Kai Sotto staying in the starting lineup. Just provides a little spark off the bench. Now you have Ian Clark and Daniel Johnson coming in, but that champion starting 5 for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. As we mentioned, no Alan Williams, so Junior Madut, he's coming off a good game. He likes to take his opportunities. Dane Pinot. Now, last time Dane Pinot started, played a lot of minutes. Remember a few years ago before he got injured. Had a couple of back-to-back 20 rebound games. Keep an eye on the rebound clock for Pinot. He likes to fill it up.
Christmas Eve, what an exciting night. It's great to have basketball a part of it as the 12 games of Christmas rolls on in the NBL, and it's the home team with first possession. Both of these clubs having won their last 2 games, and Antonius Cleveland is looking the goods as he approaches the back end of the season. The rebound taken by Robert Franks.
Look, this is a key matchup. Robert Franks versus Mitch Creek, another high-caliber power forward in this NBL.
Yeah, no doubt. This is worth the price of admission alone.
These 2 teams, top 2 in the league when it comes to O boards, and we see one already going to Adelaide. And it's Trey Kill. Goes to Junior Madut. Can he open the scoring? The room is easy to find. The net, not so much. Both sides empty with their first possession, but not the second.
Well, Christmas come early for Robert Franks because that was 3 steps. We're not in the NBA. He's probably got away with on there, but he's on the scoreboard. 2 rebounds as well. And Robert Franks would be looking at this matchup. He'll take this personally.
100%.
Here's Kyle Adnam to Creek. What a run he's on, Mitch Creek. And he's off and running again today. Scores of 24, 22, 46 and 29. They're his last 4 outings.
There's the reason he's so efficient, because not only does he try and not force it on that first bump with the right hand, he gets back to his left hand, doesn't shoot the first one, gets a little bit of a pump to get Kai Sotto in the air, and then goes up and finishes.
So a travel call here on Adelaide.
It's the right call right there. Got a little excited, had the mismatch. Took his steps before he dribbled.
Sunday Detch off a nice game against Tasmania. 12 points, 26 minutes on court. And now possession taken by Adelaide. It's Cleveland looking for Franks, and Cleveland says you're not here in time.
That's just athleticism and a little bit of luck with that, but in the open court, he is so athletic. Great defense. Come on, man, as a defensive player, yeah, you got to take care of that ball.
Yeah, he's always looking for that, and was looking for the pass. I think originally he thought it was Rob Franks. He was thinking about throwing the lob, looked back, saw a Sunday Detch and just tried to finish and did that, and that's what Dane Pinot does really well. Gets to the right spot on the offensive end for dump-off finishes. You're not going to throw the ball to him and say, go get a bucket one-on-one, but he'll put himself in that right position. He'll be really solid on the ball screen, and we expect him to fight for offensive rebounds as well.
Sotto for Cleveland, back to Mitch McCarron, so consistent for them all season. Mitch McCarron, be it rebounding, assisting, scoring at times now.
It's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul.
And you know what? That is a great dig by Kyle Adnam. Robert Franks and Adelaide, they're going to do a really good job trying to go at Mitch Creek. They're undermanned. Let's see if we can get him in foul trouble. Kyle Adnam doing a great job getting his hand on that ball.
And what you can't do if you're Adelaide, when you're trying to do that, go out and get Mitch Creek in foul trouble, you can't stand still. Mitch McCarron, he had the pass to Rob Franks down low. You got to cut, screen away to take Kyle Adnam away from it. This guy is a tremendous one-on-one scorer, but it's going to be hard against Mitch Creek. And if you bring Kyle Adnam into dig, it's going to be near impossible as well.
And there's a clear example why that rule was brought in. Kyle Adnam to be off on the fast break, and Franks infringing.
I feel good for Kyle Adnam. Struggled to shoot the rock the other night. Never shy. He's also had a stint with the 36ers way back.
Had a season-high game of 30 points against Tasmania early this season. And there's Adnam on cue for you, Pete Hurley.
This is what happens. You send a guy who struggled the other night to the free throw line to get his eye in, feels really good about it. Then you go underneath the ball screen and let him stroll into a 3-ball. So he's just hit 2 free throws, and you go underneath the ball screen. He's going to take that every single time.
But the great thing about having a guy like Kyle Adnam, a crafty, trusty, experienced veteran, coming off your bench, if you're undermanned, which they are at that point guard position, he could slot right into the starting role and get busy and produce.
And you're right, he was in Adelaide as a development player 2013-14, then Illawarra 3 seasons at Melbourne, now in his 4th at the Phoenix after also a 1-year stint at Sydney. Kyle Adnam, he's been around, but he's found home at the Phoenix. He was feeling hot, just goes a little cool as that one rims away for Cleveland to take the rebound.
Again, Dane Pinot, he's not going to go up and block and meet anybody at the rim. Just going to play really solid. Just stays down on that one. Tony's Cleveland tries to force something. It was a good cut from Sunday Detch. But 9 points already on the board for the Phoenix.
Sotto, always creating so much attention in the Philippines, and down low, Robert Franks.
It's just great offense. That out of bounds play, real good pick. Wide open layup for Franks.
And now Adnam draws the foul.
Doing a really good job putting his head to the basket. Adelaide are having trouble. I mean, obviously they give up 90+ points per game, so defensively hasn't been their strong suit. Defense, I'm sorry. So Adnam getting to the paint. So far in this quarter, Southeast Melbourne Phoenix have had no problem doing it.
Detch picks up his first foul. Haven't there been some headaches for that man, Simon Mitchell? Compared to some of their wins mid-season, they have since lost Joe Chi, Ryan Brockhoff, Gary Brown and Alan Williams. Victim of that Brisbane game. Man, 3 NBA men and your assist-leading import core.
Those are some huge outs. It's pretty much their rotation.
Well, it is. And again, this can be a bit of a silver lining, though, for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, because up until the last game, there was a lot of question marks around their bench production. We heard Simon Mitchell in the press conference, and there he is again. Dane Pinot, just in the right spot.
Good job
at the
by
right
Junior
time.
Madud, finding him on the old board.
So all the question marks around their bench, now they have no choice but to play these guys. You get the confidence in them to continue to produce. By the time the season rolls around, it's business end of the year, Ryan Brockhoff comes back, Gary Brown, Alan Williams, then that bench is already feeling confident, and you're playing finals basketball, and we know how important the bench is in finals. They're going to be feeling really good about themselves. It's all about just continuing to steady the ship, get as many wins as you can until you get to full strength, and they're going to give this a real shake.
This is a huge game for both teams, but definitely Adelaide, to keep their chances alive. They'll actually, I believe, jump into the top 6 if they get this win.
Dane Pinot makes the back end after the big triple from Sunday Detch. 13-9 early in the first quarter on Christmas Eve at Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Southeast Melbourne having won 7 of their last 9 games. Adelaide their last 2, and again from outside Adelaide deliver. It's the same hand, Detch.
That'll feel good. Sunday Detch went through a bit of a shooting slump a few weeks ago, and last few games he started to find his stroke.
Adnam blows past McCarron and drops the shot.
8 points already for Kyle Adnam.
Listen, you know he's a threat from the 3, so it has to be a hard closeout, but he put the ball on the deck again. Adelaide not doing a good job keeping the Phoenix out of the paint. Ooh, okay. AC Uno talking that talk.
Yeah, loving it. Mitch Creek giving it back as well. That's what you want on your Christmas Eve.
That's right.
It's the festive season. It's the season to be giving, and they're giving each other a bit of lip, and they're giving each other problems at both ends.
They're giving each other buckets and very limited defense. That's what we want.
That's what we want. I don't know if Adelaide want that, but we're fine with it from over here.
Here's McCarron. The spin fade away, and he drops the shot. Nice move, Mitch McCarron. 5 minutes gone. 33 points scored. It's the Phoenix by 1, undermanned, but fighting hard after a performance against Brisbane. Their coach labelled tremendously gutsy. After that double overtime win, they then had that pickup game because of New Zealand's COVID drama against Brisbane.
3 days' notice.
Won that one, and they're trying to take down Adelaide, but if Mitch McCarron keeps delivering shots like that, he will be eaten.
Gets hurt, who do we have to bring the ball up, or if teams take the ball out of Mitch McCarron's hands? And then, I'm not sure, they probably listened to Liam Santamaria, who said they need Ian Clark type, and said, we'll go one better. We'll go get the man himself.
Look, whenever Liam says stuff like that, Liam knows. It usually happens. Shout out to Liam.
Big night for Santa, isn't it?
It is. He's a busy man.
Adnam for Tarangi in the corner. Way off the mark and put back by Trey Kell.
Just fell asleep. Good heads-up play from Kyle Adnam. Shot clock was running down on that inbounds pass. Take advantage of someone who's fallen asleep.
It's Cleveland. You can't fall asleep on him. He kicks it out for Robert Franks, who bumps away from Tarangi. Can't finish. And it's off Southeast Melbourne, so Adnam was desperate. Kai Sotto draws the foul. He'll go to the line, the Filipino.
Oh, it's often taught, Kyle Adnam, you love the hustle, but you can't throw it back underneath your opponent's basket.
What did he take with him there? The chicken nuggets, the fish fillets?
I tell you that, if I was in that seat, I'm going right to find the attendant. Look,
100%.
I need a whole new order.
I'm gonna look here
On Kyle Adnam. Thank you.
Oh, looking at.
Here they go.
Oh, didn't even get to him.
Oh well, I'll tell you what.
She gotta go back upstairs.
100% get a refill, and while they're refilling it, just quickly, you got 10 seconds, pick them up off the floor, you get double.
So 40-35, Southeast Melbourne, defying what many thought might happen tonight, given their injuries and unavailabilities, given the form of Adelaide in recent weeks. But they're 12 wins so far, Southeast Melbourne, most in the league.
Oh, they're back. That was quick.
So they were party pies, weren't they?
Hey. Oh, there's probably nothing worse.
When you got premium seats, that food better come quick.
You got party pies for Christmas lunch tomorrow, Pete, before you head up to the Kudos Bank Arena for Sydney, Melbourne.
Oh, you know what? I might have to just a little stop at Hungry Jack's. I might have to do my little Christmas lunch.
So Adelaide back within 4. McCarran guarded by Adnam. He splits Adnam and Tarangi. Can't get the sort of bounce he was after, and Creek collects another rebound. Adnam left alone to shoot successfully.
That is not a good closeout. That's not a good closeout.
Spot on. Sunday Detch, he's already hit 2 threes.
He got 16.
That's a lazy closeout. It's literally trying to show the coach, I've got my hand up. If he shoots over me, so what? You have to run him off the three-point line.
He's got 16 at 5 of 7, including 3 from 4 outside Corey.
Just, again, slips into that starting point guard role. We know what he can do.
And that's good for Harris. Talking about young players. Byram Harris.
Harris, tough. Showed great promise last year. Earned himself a multi-year deal, if I'm correct. But man, Mitch Creek, nobody stops the ball.
Hand was down, then he put it up late on the Amy replay. Sunday Detch. Granted,
come on now, you know better than that, Sunday.
Well, in the end, he had to guard the ball twice, which you don't want defenders doing either. So Antonius Cleveland's just got to be probably another step more aggressive and go and get Kyle Adnam and allow Detch to stay on Mitch Creek until they figure out their matchups.
But you know what that comes down to? Communicating, talking. I got the ball, you go get Kyle.
Owen Foxwell spots an opening and it closes illegally.
He's going to go to the free throw. Yeah. I'll tell you what, he was going to pass that to the corner. But the foul came at the right time, and I think he's going to be rewarded with 2 shots.
Don't forget this year, thanks to Latrobe Financial, we're giving away a guaranteed 50K. It's already sitting there, ready to go to the winner. Enter at nbl.com.au/legends.
So it was a baseline ball after the referees had a chat. He was 100% trying to pass it, but I thought the foul came at a time where it looked like he picked it up, and you could have made that case well and truly that he was trying to get a layup after that. Oh, I think I'm with Tom Mitchell on this one.
So, called a shooting foul, sending him to the line, but Kai Sotto. 43-38, 4 minutes left before the half.
Well, the one positive we can say with Adelaide, they played better defense. They gave up 32 points in the first half, in the first quarter.
There's still 4 minutes to go in this one. But that's what history has shown us in the NBL. Last 3 years, 3 of the top 4 finalists have opponents points against has been anywhere between 79 to 81. That's the magic mark, the 80-point mark against, 20 points a quarter. If you're sitting pretty there defensively and you're a half-decent offensive team, you're going to be in the running.
South East Melbourne, their best defensive performance was keeping Melbourne to 69 in one of the throwdowns. And the Phoenix 12-7 coming into this game. On the road, they are 3-5. So hunting their 4th road win here to head towards the new year at 4-5 on the road with such a strong home record, 9-2. Simon Mitchell will be very satisfied if they can go on with the job.
That's the and one.
He's pumped.
Got the mismatch right there. Mitch McCarron's showing passion.
Well, this is something they can do right now. With Kyle Adams guarding Mitch McCarron, his whole career has sporadically gone into the post during games.
Oh, he talking that talk, Hooley.
Oh, he wasn't happy. He thought there was a foul call before that. So I think that aggression and that hype towards the bench was him letting off steam and not having to go towards the referee with a missed call. Yeah, that's fine. That's the way you got to do it.
Leading by example, Mitch McCarron. So 4 points the difference. Mitch Creek, the competition's leading scorer, on the floor. Now it's Owen Foxwell. Creek, guarded by Galloway. Still there for South East Melbourne. It falls for Kyron Galloway.
Yeah, he is in that open court.
Cleveland with the fadeaway, lifted short, but Sotto is there to put a lid on it.
Love the energy from Kai Sotto. That's what he's got to do. Tony's Cleveland, when he gets out on the break, he's really tough to stop. But Kai Sotto put a lid on it.
2-point ball game.
Yeah, important possession for South East Melbourne. In front of the game, but trying to take some oxygen out of Adelaide right now in the shadows of half-time. It will be a 36ers ball.
Adelaide show glimpses when they get stops, how good they are. We get an opportunity to see them in the open court.
Right now, if the Phoenix are going to roll out both Kyle Adnam as he goes to the bench, that Kyle Adnam and Owen Foxwell on, they've got guards like Cleveland and McCarron who like to post up. You've got to pick one of them and try and go at them to create a mismatch.
I mentioned South East Melbourne's road success. Well, Adelaide in a run of home games, 6 of 7 at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. And again, it's Harris to get the job done.
Well, that was, again, designed for Mitch McCarron to post up against Owen Foxwell, but Hiram Harris went away from the play in the NFL to Mitch McCarron. So that's what I'm talking about. The ball's not in Mitch McCarron. I reckon that's a promo thing. I think he might be lost to getting Adelaide around to some promos. And Adelaide, I'll tell you what, Adelaide's not, it's not Melbourne, it's not Sydney. There's probably no excuses. Mitch Creek hits the bottom of the net there. Just his 8th point of the game.
Question without notice, Pete Hooley. You're Chris Kringle for Corey Homicide Williams. What are you pulling out of Santa's sack for Corey?
I'll tell you what I am. We spoke about it pre-game. The snoo, the bassinet.
Beautiful.
With the baby coming.
Beautiful.
Cannot speak any more highly of those. If you want a half-decent night's sleep, oh, Sotto.
Am I right in thinking that Chris Golding played Santa for you to get that apparatus?
He did. Much appreciated from the family.
Now, you know what I get you, Hooley?
Talk to me.
A pair of sneakers from Foot Locker.
Creek just wants that shooting hand back working as it has so brilliantly this season.
Take it. You don't like my shoes? I actually think...
It's Christmas. Get you a gift.
I've got a shoebox underneath the tree from the wife. Now, I don't know whether she's taken a page out of my book, because normally if I'm giving her something that she wants, you know it comes in a packet that's obvious. Right. I put it inside a shoebox to pretend that it's something that it's not. Okay. So she's either taken a page out of my book or she's maybe followed your lead and got me some sneakers. I'll find out.
Antonio's Cleveland.
Oh, my.
Oh, extravagant. It doesn't end as he would have liked.
Well, that is...
The windmill was winding well and truly by the time the ball went near the hoop. Owen Foxwell.
Stay away from the hook shot, Cleveland.
Oh, wow. He gave it a really good wind-up, too.
Sure did.
Here is that mismatch there, trying to hunt. Now, you've got to make sure there's movement, player movement. Everyone's standing still for the Adelaide 36ers after they get to here.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. So that's exactly why Hiram Harris did well to move out of the way and take the digging help away, but then everyone just stood still.
I think move with a purpose. I like when do a hard cut. Make your defender really respect your cut.
Yeah, you're spot on. Again, you credit the Phoenix. They just put their body in the right position.
Well, who's going to lead this at half-time? 50 seconds left, 47 each.
We're going in tied.
2-for-1 opportunity here for Adelaide if they get a good look.
Ditch brings them into the front court. Sotto, Cleveland, Galloway and McCarron out there for the 36ers. And McCarron loses his grip. Ruben Tarangi to Foxwell.
You can see Mitch Creek on the far side. Originally, he wanted the 2-for-1 after that turnover, but now they're happy to settle and just get a really good shot before halftime.
Creek, fake. Traykel off the mark, and the rebound is collected by Robert Franks. Sunday Ditch with 10 seconds left in the half. McCarron drives and gets the right sort of roll for his crowd on Christmas Eve. It's Adelaide with their noses in front at the break on the back of a man who's taken some bark off his nose, Mitch McCarron. The 36ers fighting hard in the first half to lead it 49-47.
Better defensive.
Thank you for watching. Kung nagustuhan mo ang video na ito ay mag-subscribe ka na sa ating channel. Paki-follow na rin ang ating Facebook page, Utak Pilipinas. Again, this is D Sports TV. Paalam.